Hey guys, welcome to the Manchester United News channel. Subscribe to the channel to not miss any news, leave your like, and share, you are very important for the growth of the channel. Let's go to the video.
Thanks very much. Here at home, the big football focus is on transfer news, and in particular on the possible move of Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. Kaveh Solikol is here to discuss that and more. Is it looking... I feel it's looking slightly more likely than a fortnight ago that Kane might actually go and play in Germany, don't you?
Well, that's what Bayern Munich think. We had these talks yesterday, which we told you about, the Bayern Munich executives flying into London on their private jet, meeting Daniel Levy, the Spurs chairman. I don't think anything was resolved at this meeting. There's still the problem of how much Spurs want and how much Bayern Munich are willing to offer. Now, significantly, our information is that the maximum Bayern Munich are willing to offer for him is 100 million euros. That's 90 million up front in instalments, of course, and 10 million in potential add-ons. In total, that comes to about 85 million pounds. I think that's at least 15 million short of what Spurs would want for the England captain. But as far as Bayern Munich are concerned, he's a player who's only got 12 months left on his contract. So in January, they could speak to him and get him to sign a pre-contract agreement for him to move to Bayern Munich for nothing next summer. So that's where we are with the talks. There's been lots of interesting detail in the newspapers this morning about what went on exactly at these talks. And as far as Harry Kane himself is concerned, I think according to The Sun, he's relaxing because he was apparently in Florida at Disney World with his family this weekend.
Are we further forward than Manchester City and Tottenham ever got in that previous Harry Kane transfer saga?
It looks like we are, because if I remember correctly, Spurs basically 12 months ago said to Manchester City, he's not for sale. He's not for sale. And obviously Spurs were in a stronger position because he had 2 years left on his contract. And pretty quickly, I think Manchester City got the message. And they got Jack Grealish. They triggered his release clause as well. They moved on. They've got Haaland. They had Julian Alvarez they'd signed as well. So this one feels like it is further along. But most of the noises about this deal are coming from the German end, and Bayern Munich especially, who are sort of increasingly confident that they're going to get him.
Okay. Bit of news about Rasmus Hojlund's move to Manchester United today.
Yes, this one is getting closer and closer. He's expected to fly in today to have his medical. If he passes that, he'll sign a 5-year contract with the option of another year. Manchester United in total could pay £72 million for him. And that price tag has raised quite a few eyebrows because he's a player who I think 18 months ago swapped clubs. I think he went from Copenhagen to Sturm Graz for 1.8 million euros. Last summer, he moved from Sturm Graz to Atalanta for about 15 million pounds. And since then, his value has gone from 15 million pounds to 72 million pounds after he scored 9 goals in Serie A for Atalanta. Again, reading the newspapers this morning, a lot of the columnists are saying it is a high price to pay for such a young, relatively inexperienced striker. But on the other hand, this guy is somebody who has a lot of potential. And it wasn't just Manchester United who were interested in signing him. PSG made an offer for him as well. So who knows? Only time will tell whether it turns out to be value for money. But I read this morning, for instance, Manchester City, when it came to Erling Haaland, they paid £52 million. But of course, Haaland had a release clause in his contract, and there were agents' fees involved and big wages as well. But some Manchester United supporters, I think, will be wondering, why didn't we just go and sign Harry Kane? Because we know that Erik Ten Hag wanted Kane. We know that potentially he would have been up for moving to Manchester United. Maybe Spurs didn't want to do business with another English club. Also, maybe, well, not maybe, certainly the wages Harry Kane would command would be much higher than Rasmus Hojlund.
Great business for Atalanta, no doubt about that.
Fantastic.
The deadline, which you've been flagging for a while now, passed at midnight for Kylian Mbappe to trigger a one-year extension to his PSG contract. What does that mean for his future?
Well, first thing to say is he's still a PSG player today, 1st of August. That means he gets a loyalty bonus. 60 million euros he'll be picking up in instalments. So happy Tuesday if you're Kylian Mbappe. But as far as he's concerned, nothing's changed. He's still got a year left on his PSG contract. He will be going to train in Paris today, as he's been told to do, with the other players who are unwanted at PSG. And the standoff continues. He says, I'm staying here till next summer. And we know he's going to go to Real Madrid then for nothing. PSG is saying, we won't allow that to happen. We're going to force you out and sell you this summer. The only problem is everybody in the football world knows that he's going to Real Madrid next summer. So how much time are they going to waste trying to sign him, especially with the transfer fee involved and his wages? I know he's been linked to Liverpool, for instance. We told you yesterday that was a non-starter. Jurgen Klopp has been speaking to our colleagues at Sky Germany overnight, and he basically said to Sky Germany, there is absolutely nothing happening between Liverpool and Kylian Mbappe. If something is going on, it is going on behind my back at the club, and maybe someone's trying to sign Kylian Mbappe for Liverpool as a surprise for me. But in all the time that I've been at Liverpool, nobody's ever signed a player for me as a surprise.
Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel to not miss anything. Leave your like and your comment, that is very important for the channel growth. Until the next video.